again.
Yeah.
Give us a moment, we'll fix the camera. Alright, look, go back. I think. Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah, we definitely need to get a better camera now. For some reason, this is the second time in a row.
Let's see here. Okay, that looks way better. All right.
Oh, hey! Fucking Wastelanders! Welcome to
There
Wasteland
you go.
Talk.
Hi.
Oh, that is a big ass head.
Sorry.
Accurate for the people on the show.
Sorry, I have a big old fat head.
Enough space for that ego of yours.
Right,
Yeah.
right? I still don't think there's enough room.
No.
Not really.
Not really, no.
Alright. Got my beer. Yeah.
We got beer, and a root beer float.
Bottle opener.
There you go. Okay, hurry up so we can do our fucking toast. Alright, huzzah!
Huzzah!
I am Commodore Pistolwhip.
And I am Hatter of the Waste. And we are here for another episode of Wasteland Talk.
How's everybody been?
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've done an episode, to be honest. A couple weeks.
More or less.
We often take, we do like 2 videos a month, something like that, 2 shows a month. But then sometimes with scheduling and events like Neotropolis just happened, and then Uncle Zeke's was before that. And so I think we haven't done an episode in like 3 weeks or something. I don't know, I lost track.
Yeah, because it was like earlier, definitely after Uncle Zeke's, and then we went on a little hiatus so you can go to Neo.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like when I went to Neo, I took the briefcase computer with me.
Yeah.
Because one of the main things I built this unique computer for was to show it off to an event like Neo, where I assumed I would run into a lot of other kind of tech nerds. I definitely ran into a lot of cyberpunk fans, but like there's a different type of like hacker tech nerd that I am, and I love cyberpunk because of that background, whereas a lot of these people love cyberpunk first, and maybe some of them hope to eventually get into that background. I don't know. I didn't run into nearly as many tech geeks as I thought I would, to be honest. A lot of people had, cool LEDs and stuff, but it was just like an LED set that they bought off of Amazon with like a remote. They didn't program it themselves. They didn't integrate it into their costumes particularly well. Anyway, I think that it has a lot of room to grow, but a lot of people were just messing with LEDs and neon and lights for the first time. And so people will dive in and get more customized with their gear, but it was still very much like basic throw it together type of year for just about everybody.
Well, I'm so sending out advertiser now, so I'm trying to get my best.
Going, what's up?
What's up?
I think I may have his name, Travis. Just finished ripping out and replacing 30 feet of cast iron pipe. Made it just in time.
Nice,
Santos
good shit.
is going, no one recognized you with the mask glitch.
That was the point. So yeah, I actually wore like a full face mask for a good portion of the event. I've shown it to you guys before. I wore it for our Neotropolis special episode for the opening. It's just a simple like light up. It reacts to your voice and like lights up. I'm not going to bother getting it now because it's actually still kind of light in here. We'd have to like make the room darker.
We'll save that for the next Cyber Talk episode, which we're planning on doing.
Yeah, we're actually going to have a full Cyber Talk episode like we did before. We're actually going to have Tooch and Blowhard on for that one. I don't know what their Neo names are. We'll get them from them. But they are coming back to do a full review of their experience at the event, and I'll do my experience at the event. But throughout this episode today, I'm going to tell you some stories about Neo because it just happened. But our full review will be when we get Blowhard and Tooch here. And we'll do the full little different intro and lighting and have all kinds of fun with it.
Yep. Just like, pretty much we just got to line up everybody's schedule and then we can get that ball rolling. Because we're going to try to do it for tonight, but Tooch and Blowhard's their schedule just couldn't meet up in time with our...
Tooch is very busy.
Yeah, Tooch is a busy woman. Which also reminds me, for those who got those new subscribers that went up to 100, send proof. You send it to Tooch.
Yes.
You send that to Tooch, so, and that's how you get your little free month subscription to her OnlyFans.
And hopefully YouTube should give us the option to change our URL soon. I keep checking, and there's some kind of waiting period or something, but it hasn't actually given me the option to change our URL.
Sounds like some bullshit.
Yeah. Like, we meet all the requirements. We now have 100 followers plus. Yeah. We have a profile picture, a banner picture. We've been a channel for more than 30 days.
Take care, World Boys. Thank you for popping in.
Like, that's all the requirements. So I don't know why it hasn't like given us the option yet. But I gotta dig into it some more because I was looking at it today, but then we had to start the show. Yeah. So
hi, Papa Bear.
Papa Bear, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Papa Bear was also at the.
There was quite a few people there. We were not because we ever.
If you were at Neo and you want to share some details, want to share a little bit of your story, drop us some stuff in the comments. We'll read it. I'll be sharing, like I said, a little bit about my experience. But I mean, it was the first year of the event. I was really impressed by the amount of work people put in. But also, I have to say, after having done Wasteland for 10 years, I'm just like, I see where it can grow and improve.
Nice.
But none of that's meant to be like a negative, like I'm down talking the event.
It's a starting point.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, it felt a lot like Wasteland did back in like 2012, 2013, when the event exists and there's some factions or tribes, but nobody's quite sure what they're doing during the day. There's not a lot of daytime activity. Go ahead.
Oh, so Papa Bear is basically saying like, yeah, it was windy AF out there.
Yes.
They had a propane accessories fire, and it was nice, and he worked it, and then we got Bo going, hey, how's everybody? What's up, Bo?
Yeah, Bo was there. I ran in the Bo. Rib, is that his name?
Apparently, Santos was trying to track you down before you left to give us a thing, and he couldn't find you.
Because he was wearing a mask.
I blame you for not getting my thing. I don't know what it is.
Oh. Well, I know that, like, that's the thing. Like, my phone is always not great reception there. And so I got a message from Santos on my drive home. Like, hey, someone was trying to track you down. They wanted to meet the highest paid bounty at Wasteland. And I was like,
okay, here we go.
You should just come and found me.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
You can't message me and expect me to get it. It's the middle of the desert. My phone doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to have to read one because there's something I forgot to do. Last episode, when we were talking about Uncle Zeke, someone literally messaged me their whole Uncle Zeke's experience, and I forgot to read it out.
Oh, okay.
It was like one they messaged me, and it's hard to find these fucking messages when I'm trying to advertise to everybody and bug everybody's personal profiles. So let me take a drink or go.
Well, if you want to read something out, I could use a chance to grab my phone and my vape because
go ahead. This is gonna be a minute. Cool.
Go.
All right. So the person's name is Justin. He was over at Uncle Zeke's. Just got a message from Mackie Mac saying he's still moving.
Yeah.
We'll put it on. Background noise.
Yeah, come on, Mackie.
Alright, so, hello there. This is Whiskers. Just gonna give you a breakdown of our Uncle Zeke's adventures because you asked for it. The Del Scorcho Death Squad consisting of myself, Whiskers, aka Mild Man, Storm, aka Ghost Pepper, L.A. Chancla.
Oh, Chancla. Oh,
and Del Scorcho himself arrived midday on Friday, and we were greeted by a very peculiar man, Joe Bud, Mr. Bud, aptly named as he quickly became our Bud E. Managed to stall his mini bike 4 times on the 250-foot drive to where we were camping. We were all in the AWE at the fact that we would be camping literally right across from the cool-ass Ren Fair pirate ship. We clearly set up camp and exhausted every bad reference to booty, we could to get. Sorry, have a hard time. It's a lot, so I'm just trying to get it out of our system. We quickly headed over to the Rabbit Asylum, as we know they must be sitting on like 20,000 years worth of booze, and are not shy to share. Well, yeah, they got a fucking bar.
Yeah.
It is here that the laws of physics cease to exist, and defeated Del Scorcho in a game of Jenga by removing an impossible piece we took from the party down the road to check out Uncle Zeke's castle. It was very miraculous looking, but was still early yet. So we ventured around to numerous camps, acquiring booze, loot, and friends. Things got a little hazy as night fell. It sure the fuck did. And my count of order of things may be out of whack. I spoke with. Okay, I gotta go to the next page. Give me a moment.
Hey, Moth Eater.
Alright. Things got a little hazy as night fell. An account in order. Things may be out of whack as I spoke with the mayor and the sheriff for a little bit. Hopefully I did nothing that warrants me to be being arrested. Well, it all depends. Like, which mayor are you talking to? You talking about the day mayor or the fucking night mayor?
If they're talking to the sheriff with the mayor, it's probably the day mayor.
Okay.
It's probably,
Because, yeah, if it was the night mayor, you're probably fucked. Alright. Let me continue story time. Hold on. Let me double check on comments. Oh, fuck. We got a Moth Eater on here. Kicks in the door. What's up, my hoes? And then we got Matthew Jane. Can I still be wearing my LEDs, or do I have to turn them off to enter? You're good.
Either one. I make them over.
But yeah, Bo is ribs. Oh, we actually got more fucking comments. Hold on. That's what happened. Okay, it wasn't that much.
Yeah, it was just those two.
Alright, let me
I'm
finish.
keeping
I'm
it.
almost done. I'm almost done with the story. Okay, da-da-da-da-da. Warrants my arrest. I drank liquefied hot Cheeto that... Oh, yeah, I fucking remember that drink.
Oh, God!
I remember that fucking drink. That blew my fucking mind. I'm not particularly fond of hot Cheetos, but I'll be damned if that wasn't a pureed hot Cheeto with booze. I met two very lovely self-proclaimed... Claim into... What's that word?
Intoxicated.
Toxicologist.
Toxicologist, thank you. Words. Vixen and Minx. Oh, hey! Yeah, I know those two. Yeah, they're good people. They politely listened to me blather, so I'm pretty sure they were just getting me liquored up for some sort of Uncle Zeke's sacrificial ceremony.
Woohoo!
Them having done their job so well, because it caused me to stumble back up to the castle. The group at this point had long since disbanded into different directions, and it was every person for themselves. In a moment of great enlightenment, I realized I was sitting at the bar at the castle and should probably go to bed, as there was a second day of this event. Haha, sorry for the long story. If you want to hear about day 2 and the LA Chonkla mishap, let me know. Okay, so I didn't get day 2, so I will have to message this motherfucker to get the second day, because the second day was just as wild as the first day. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, we got fucking Matthew Jane and Moth Eater watching at the moment.
I heard, yeah.
All right. So you're all good? You're sorted?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
What you got going?
Okay, so for Neotropolis, you guys know that I took on a different persona. I decided to go as a character named Glitch, and I didn't want everybody right away to recognize me as Hatter. And so I actually had like a full face mask. I had multiple layers covering my face. I had the gator face mask style. and then I had like a see-through face cover, and then I had a mask over top of that. So even if you could see and then I had goggles, and so even if you could see through the goggles, you would just see a black face because it was covered with the see-through mask, and so it was just completely blank looking. And so I was actually able to walk around the event for quite a while without getting recognized because of that. Go ahead.
Santa goes, he decided to go over 21 this time.
Also, I don't know his name, Richard Klein. I'm just surprised you didn't mention the Little Red Wagon Ride when talking about Zeke's during the last episode.
Little Red Wagon Ride.
I didn't take it to Little Red Wagon Ride.
I think I had. Elaborate more of this Red Wagon ride.
How drunk was Commodore?
Yeah, how drunk was I? Like, that sounds vaguely familiar. I think I might have rode a fucking wagon.
And this is what happens when a Figment isn't there.
Where was that? Was that on Facebook or?
Facebook.
Who the fuck is that on?
I don't have anyone I got 5 people watching on YouTube. Hello to the YouTube
Hello,
people.
YouTube.
And we've got 2 people on Twitch, so me and someone else. Hi, whoever that is.
Oh, yes, okay. Yes, fucking Richard Klein. Yeah. Fucking cowfuckers.
Road and were dumped out as head wound was pulling the wagon.
Hmm?
That's the...
This is not updating my fucking comments. I was like... I hoped. I just got Gillies.
Okay, Gillies like I'll have to check my stuff. I think I took a picture of the Red Wagon Ride.
Please share. If you did, please send me.
Do.
So wait,
I want to see this.
What did Richard say? Because I'm not seeing the comment on my fucking Facebook.
Road and were dumped out as head wound was pulling the wagon.
So head wound was the name of a person, obviously.
And I was in the wagon and they're pulling me.
Yeah, I think so.
Send me pictures.
Yeah, I definitely want to see these pictures.
Does this sound accurate? Because again, like I got a little more drunk than I usually do at that event, so. And
I know you did the bar crawl on the Saturday.
I sure the fuck did.
On Saturday.
That was after my little adventure with cowfuckers on the little river trail, which I will not discuss.
Yes, I want pictures of this.
So yeah, if you have pictures of Commodore in a red wagon and a radio flyer getting pulled around or whatever it was,
I'll put it this way.
We want those.
Whoever has blackmail photos of Commodore when Figment isn't around, send them to me. I want to see.
Yes, that too, for sure.
I'm down.
So yeah, I think one of the funnest parts about walking around Neo was wearing the mask and walking up to people that I knew and having them treat me like I was some new person they'd never met.
Also, hey Specs.
Nice.
So like I went up to the command center and I go up there during the day and then I walked around the city before the sun went down just to kind of get a layout for the city to try to figure out where things were. Now the layout of Neotropolis, just to give you a basic rundown, is if you think of Wasteland and you think of Main Street in Wasteland, okay? You have Main Street from the gates to the stage. Okay, so think of that whole distance.
Okay.
That was the entire event, meaning that there was only one street for the entire city because it was smaller.
Right.
So, Neotropolis was on Wasteland Main Street.
Okay.
The gates were about where the gates normally are. Maybe a little closer to the stage. I can't judge exactly. And then the stage was about where the stage normally is, but it wasn't the normal Wasteland stage.
Okay.
It was 3 scaffolds, 2-level scaffolds or scaffolding, like set in I guess basically a triangle, but kind of turned like at an angle this way and then straight this way, so it made kind of like a circle. And you could stand inside of it to watch the bands, and the bands would be on the second story of the different scaffold. And so you're looking up at like the DJ and like a go-go dancer and like another go-go dancer, or like the drum machine, the synthesizer, and the guy with the microphone and a go-go dancer. And they're all on different stages and doing different things. And so you walk in and you're kind of seeing all that around you. So you're in the stage instead of watching the stage, which was kind of cool.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the main event was just that one main strip. And along it, there were your themed areas. So you had Mega Block 1, which was the command center, the info tire, but of course they changed it up for Neo.
Yeah.
And then inside of Mega Block 1, you had the Atomic Cafe, but you had this whole perimeter of booths that were different factions, and then you had a inner perimeter square that was more factions, and then you go inside that was a courtyard that was then where the Atomic Cafe was, and there was more factions with their little booths.
Okay.
So you had like maybe, let's say, I don't know the exact number, let's say 30 factions on the outermost ring. Then you had maybe 15 factions on the second ring and maybe like 10 on the innermost ring where the Atomic Cafe was. Go ahead.
So we have Ian Matthew Kroll saying, Hatter, I came up to you and said hello at the blaster contest. Wasn't sure if you remembered me. Also, I was wearing a helmet, RH90.
I do remember you coming up to me in a helmet, and yeah, it was the same thing where it took me a second to figure out who you were because you were covered. But I remember you telling me. Go ahead.
You got Matthew going, there were faction in the goddamn walls. They were in the walls!
They were in the walls because that's where Cult of Catmeat was. Their hidden bar was legit in the wall. So
that kind of makes sense since cats like to find themselves in the fucking wall sometimes.
Sometimes,
right?
yeah. Oh, Kaylee.
Kaylee Jade, hey, oh, hey, dude.
So, like I said, because there was that outer wall.
You also got Gak Bunny watching. Hi, darling.
And then an inner wall. And then another, like, inner wall. And then another inner wall. Like, all these walls kind of... The Mega Block 1 with it kind of wrapped around itself. The Cult of Catmeat...
Oh, we got Needle.
...had their speakeasy bar hidden literally inside a wall of scaffolding.
That would
so
nice.
they had a little what looked like basically an abandoned booth with like random debris and like a mannequin in there and like an old busted out TV with shit missing from it and like caution tape and like all this weird random shit, and that was just like an empty booth with just like debris.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought, okay, cool, this is a booth where I can pose for photos. Well, that's true, you could do that. However, there was also a hidden door right there with a doorbell, a big noticeable doorbell that had the cat's paw symbol on it. And you ring that at night, and then they open up their little hidden door and they let you in. And then you had to climb through scaffolding to get to their bar.
I think you should be careful giving out secrets to the Cult Academy's whereabouts.
Yeah, they'll probably move it. It's a speakeasy. That's what they gotta do.
Yeah. Okay.
And so then the bar...
See, now even Needle do that.
And you had to stand, like the bar was here and you're standing, and there was standing room only, like maybe 2.5 feet between the bar and the wall.
Wow.
So you grab your drink, and then you can kind of stand there, but really it would get so crowded that you'd wanted to go back out
Gotcha.
to like the fake booth area, and then step out into the hallway again.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So yeah, again, Needle is watching.
Okay.
Says hello.
Hey, Needle.
And then we got fucking Matthew going, Mega Block 1 was amazing.
Yeah, it was rad looking for sure. It was so different from anything I'd seen at Wasteland, of course. And the whole multi-level could stand on the second floor and watch people below you.
Yeah.
That was really, really different because it really gave you this immersion of like, oh, I'm on the second floor of... Now, I would say that these were more like, when you think of Cyberpunk, you think of big high-rises and stuff, right? Like giant cityscapes. This was more of like the slums of a city. Yeah. Because we're supposed to be that outpost nowhere planet. So you didn't feel like you were in the middle of a city, but you definitely felt like you were on the second floor of the slums. Is how I personally felt.
Yeah.
So I stood up there, and to me it was like being in a what's the word? What do they call them? Like not a shopping mall.
Plaza.
Not a plaza. Strip mall. Strip mall was the term I was trying to think of. So it's like being in a strip mall, but a cyberpunk futuristic version of a strip mall
Okay.
is what it felt like to me when I was standing on the second story looking down on and observing people and just kind of interacting, because the second story was mostly like hangout space
Yeah.
and camping space. There was no booths on the second story.
Right.
So there were some areas that you couldn't go into because somebody was camping in that spot, or they had storage for their booth or something. And then there was areas where you could just chill. Go ahead.
So we got a bunch. We got a lot of people talking right now. So okay, what's your comment? We'll go with your source.
So I have specs on YouTube asking. So here's a question for you. What do you think would be a good tie-in for Neotropolis for like the Juggers? He's like, I'm starting a league for Arizona and end of days. Also, I like the end of days thing.
A random football from Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes, the football from Starship Troopers where they're doing like they've got the whole obstacle course with it.
I mean, it's more like rugby, but like, yeah.
Yeah, that is totally a great example. I love that. Because we were at the event and we were talking about what could we do for a daytime event. Where is that Jugger game in the future? And now with you mentioning Starship Troopers, dude, they play fucking arena football in Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
With fucking ramps and obstacle courses and everything. And they're doing like crazy flips and like laser tag shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could totally integrate something like that. So yeah, I think if you could bring something like they do for Starship Troopers, where it's kind of like football meets like laser tag arena of stuff. Weird. I don't know.
So I gotta finish everything else. So
Yes.
yeah, Santa Coast. Everyone was having fun with the Sentinels.
Oh, those were great. Yeah.
But
I'll
it
tell
was
you
like
about
it was
those.
fun to build too, and then Needle Space saying how like that event has such good vibe. And then to your comment about how it was like more of like a strip mall.
Yeah.
He thinks it's more like a flea market.
Flea market's another great way to put it. Yes.
And then we got Santo saying another good example for the sport is the fucking Tron disc game.
Yeah.
The Disc Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do what is it called?
Roller derby.
Rollerball
Elite
with.
Battle Angel.
Well,
That was a good one.
you need the skates that are off-road capable, which one person had those skates and was riding around on them.
Oh, nice.
So somebody is thinking that way.
Yeah.
But they had the rollerblade style, but it had the hard rubber off-road traction style tires.
Yeah.
So you could actually roller skate on the dirt.
That's pretty cool.
So if more people were to do that, yes, you could totally do like roller derby on the dirt.
And Mimsy.
And Mimsy saw that.
Mimsy's
and was
watching
just-
right now.
Yeah, she saw that guy on those skates and was like, I need those in my life. Because
Yeah.
of course,
Literally, I lost my mind about the skates. I shall have them.
yeah, because Mimsy, of course, has been playing roller derby lately.
Fuck yeah. I mean, another one we could probably do. I mean, this is never gonna fucking happen. By the way, like if they can magically appear a fucking big giant fucking water spear, we can probably play Blitzball from Final Fantasy X. How about?
Oh, God.
Now we're just talking living in a video game world.
Yeah.
Well, ain't that kind of like the thing? Like look at almost everything. You can play a video game in your fucking mind if you have the right chip and cybernetics.
But practical physics still apply in this world.
Oh, I know. That's why even in Final Fantasy, Blitzball was bullshit. Like so many plot holes in the game alone.
So, what was it?
Kaylee? Oh no, Peter.
Bo. Frisbee football, wind permitting, with the Frisbee Jared brought.
I didn't see the Frisbee Jared brought, but you could totally do like Frisbee golf with like light up disc Frisbees maybe or something along those lines.
Apparently the person in the
Frisbee
skates, from what Ian's telling me, is that was the Lady Humongous.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't remember her name, but that's what he's saying. And then we got Peter, again, not gonna try to attempt to fucking pronounce that name.
No, I have. Let me pull up the
Solar
list.
Babies
I have
is
your
the
name.
best sci-fi roller derby movie.
Solar Baby is great. Yeah, Solar Baby is
Kaylee
great.
J, like in Tron, each person gets 5 Frisbees, and you have to dodge them. Pop Bear goes...
So it'd be like Frisbee dodgeball.
Yeah, so it's more or less. But like in the fucking film, they were on this fucking platform, and if it hits the fucking like an onion layer of the platform, it disappears, and if you fall, you die.
Damn it! I don't have your name anymore.
And we got Pop Bear's got videos of the Frisbee. And
Okay.
then Gilly says there was a late night Tron disc game going on the main street, and then
I missed that.
Matthew's like, just build a track in the second level of the scaffolding. Adam needed a new project. Gak Bunny goes, Hatter, in your opinion, which is more fun, Wasteland or Neo?
Oh.
I don't think that's a proper question to ask in that they appeal to the same and yet different people.
Yeah.
So if you're more into cyberpunk, you're probably going to love Neo more. And we had a bunch of people who had never been to Wasteland who were at Neo. It was their first event.
Yeah.
Some of them had heard of Wasteland, but not all of them. I talked to a bunch of people who were like, no, I heard about this event and it really appealed to me. And, oh, have you ever been to Wasteland? No, don't know anything about it.
Yeah. TK was posting on TikTok, and there were people commenting like, this sounds amazing. Is it going to be happening next year? Is it going to be a recurring thing? I would absolutely love to go. And he was talking about, well, here's what's going on. Check out this page. And
yeah, exactly. So yeah, look up, of course, Neotropolis Central. Look up Neotropolis, the main Facebook page. Join Outpost 66 for your crafting. There's a Neotropolis photo exchange page if you went. Or if you just want to see some rad photos, look up that.
People posted their shit on TikTok, so
there will be a lot more. There will be YouTube. There will be other sub Facebook groups and Instagram groups, and I don't know. Someone make a Reddit page, whatever.
So Gilly said he ran to a lot of first timers in the arcade, and Gak Bunny's responding to that question you answered is basically so equal.
Separate but equal, because compared
I would say that, okay, so here's the thing. Neotropolis didn't have as much going on because it's a newer, smaller event.
Yeah.
So, daytime missions, there was a handful, maybe 4 or 5 that you could do. Nighttime activities, there was basically just bar hopping. Okay, because you had
the first 2 years of Wasteland.
Yeah, because you had all of your factions in Mega Block, but a lot of them would shut down at night, and so that the members could go out and have fun. You might have one person in the faction giving out some info, but sometimes the faction would just be straight up closed. And then you could go to the Atomic Cafe, you could go to Kaiju Nightclub, you could go to it was something like Cyberpunk 54 or something like that, which was an Android only, or is a non-human bar.
That's the one that formerly known as Boss Cap was running, right?
So Boss Cap and several other members,
humans.
Several other members of the casino were running the Neo 54, I think is what it was called, and no humans allowed. So if you were dressed as a normal human, you were not allowed in this bar. You had to be an android or an augmented human, like cybernetic parts, in order to be allowed access to this bar. And then they even had certain times when they gave out different access tokens. And if you didn't have the right token, so if you were only mildly augmented, you would get a red token. If you were a more augmented, you would get a green token. And then a full-on android robot would get a blue token.
So
I only ever got a red and a green.
So basically what I'm hearing is, if the person at the door at this club is asking, do you identify as human, you respond negative, I am a meat popsicle.
Maintenance Bay 54.
Yeah, Maintenance Bay 54.
Maintenance Bay 54. Okay,
and
so
then,
it was in the name of Studio 54, of course.
And
Maintenance Bay 54. Yes.
Needle just brought up an interesting fact. Apparently, they're adding an extra day for the next event.
Yes, they are going to be doing a Wednesday through Sunday, just like Wasteland. They just announced that with their announcement that the event will be happening in 2023, and the dates of the event they've already announced. They just have not put the tickets on sale yet.
And then Sansa goes, Neo is definitely going to have more LARP coming. Definite faction wars are going to be coming soon.
Yeah, exactly. These things will happen. There will be faction wars. There will be rivalries. There will be some kind of sporting event.
You're fucking stupid.
I love you.
You're fucking stupid. All tokens are allowed for emotional support human as well.
So they did allow an emotional support human into the Android bar. Yes, because when I went,
this is my pet human.
Okay,
his name is Bob.
So yeah, let me explain this. So I went to the Android bar the first time, and I'm wearing my full face mask, and so I walk up, and it's Boss Cap, and I forget what name he was using at
it is the Wastelander formerly known as Boss Cap.
So anyway, it's Neil Boschcap,
Yeah.
and he's like, do you he's like, are you human or machine? And I answered yes. Because if you give me a 2-prompt question, my answer is yes.
Yeah, that's what
If you give me a multi-choice question, my answer is always C, all of the above. Even if there was an option C, I just replace it and say all of the above. Those are like my running gags. So when you ask me a 2-pronged question, I often say yes. So he asked me, are you human or machine? And I said yes. And he goes, okay. So he gives me the red token. He goes, you can go ahead in. So I walk in. I walk up to the bar. Now they are using this big geodesic dome.
Yeah.
And so it's enclosed and it's got lights. And their bar is this long obelisk. Like the Washington Monument or something like that. Like this big, round, tall tower with like LEDs and speakers all up on it and shit. And then they have a circular bar going around the whole thing. So you could walk up anywhere and get served.
Nice.
So I walk up. It's my buddy Clash, who's a longtime jugger and a member of the OCC.
Yeah.
And he's serving the bar. Once again, I don't know what his Neo name was that he was going by. But he asked me what I want for a drink. So I asked him, tell me what you got. Show me what you got.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
He pulls out the menu and he's like, okay, we got a couple house specials. Okay, cool. Make me a house special. He turns around.
Fuck you.
And he's making the drink. He's grabbing the ingredients, mixing it, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
As he's doing that, I've still got a full face mask on. I can't drink booze with that thing on. So I pull off my face mask, I pull down the gaiter, I pull off the face covering, I pull off the goggles, and by the time he turns around, it's just my face sitting there. Now I've got everything off. He turns around and he looks at me and he kind of does this, like, oh, shit. He's like, was that you the whole time? Because I've known Clash since we were in high school. I've known this man 25 years.
Damn.
He didn't fucking recognize me because I was fully covered. And when he turned around, here's his old friend from 25 years just staring at him. And so he's just like, was that you the whole time? I'm like, yeah. I was like, I thought maybe you might recognize my voice. He was like, I had no idea.
Damn.
All
The
right,
comments. I'm living for
we
these.
got a lot of
Okay, go ahead.
big comments, so I need a moment.
Go ahead.
Do the thing.
We got starting with Ian. Maintenance Bay 54 had really good drinks. I had to do the robot dance to enter to prove I was a cyborg.
Yep. They were making people do fun stuff like that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Peter, they were using they're using the different color credits as crowd control. Like
Yes.
Like if it's red color, then you can get in when it's the red light on. When it gets a little full, then you go to the yellow token, etc. And then we got Vims has just got like so many fucking names. Like it's possible to remember everybody's names. I mean, there's the real world names, Wasteland names. Now Neo, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And then
agree.
fucking Santos fucking shooting shots at me. Is Commodore answer? Please insert memory card.
Yes.
And then we got Michael. I got a bone saw.
Bonesaw.
Emotional Support Humans is the name of the medical wellness team. They even have their own green t-shirts.
So yeah, when I went up to the bar the next time, they were only allowing in green tokens. But apparently their door people had not been properly informed. So I showed my red token and I just walked right in. I run into my buddy Clash and he goes, wait a second, how'd you get in? And I said, I showed him my token like last night. And he goes, what token do you have? And I show him and it's the red token. He goes, oh, okay, so come with me, I'm going to make an example. I'm like,
Out of you.
Oh.
I'm like, did I do something wrong? Yeah. He's like, no, my doorman screwed up. Just come with me. I'm like, okay. So he goes up to the doorman and he goes, hey, just question, do you guys remember what color token I told you we're letting in right now? And they're like, green? Like that kind of unsure.
They didn't remember.
So they were just like, green, I think? And they're like, okay, so why did he get him with his red token? And they're like, oh. And they're like, okay, so to correct this, I'm going to give him a green token, and you guys are going to only let in people with green tokens right now.
Oh, so you upgraded by their mistake.
Yeah, so he gave me a green token. So then fast forward like 2 hours later, I come back in, and now I've got my buddy Doc with me. my buddy Doc does not have on his full outfit. He had walked by earlier and got a red token with his samurai outfit on, but his samurai outfit involves like a metal kind of coyote-looking face mask.
Okay, so we got Santos going, Glitch, remind me to get Chooch a watch so she can show up on time for the judging contest.
Yes.
I'll get to that story too.
And then I got a personal message from Bonesaw saying, Mina, our wellness manager, and there's a picture of her with the green t-shirt.
Awesome. I love it. I love it.
And then we got
I love it.
we got Matthew going back saying they were allowed in along with fingers. Fingers are made exceptions.
So so when I came back, so let's say I came to the bar, it was maybe just before sundown. It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock. The sun was going down.
Mm-hmm.
When I walked in and they were like green tags only. And I got in anyway, and then they gave me a green tag. So I go back to my camp, I get my buddy Doc, we get all suited up for the night. And we're going back into the town. Now the sun has successfully set, and I'm like, hey, he's like, hey, I got a token for the Android bar, but I haven't actually been in there. You want to go check it out? Yeah, let's go check it out. He'd forgotten his token at his camp. So I had two. I had a green and a red. Well, I walk up and I slip him my red one real quick, and I'm like, let's see if we can get in with both tokens. So I show my green, they're like, you're fine to go in. He shows his red, and they're like, oh no, we're not allowing red in right now. But as an android, you get an emotional support human. And so I said, of course, this is my emotional support human. Yay! And so he came into the bar with me, and then we got to get some drinks. So they were being relaxed on some things, allowing like a +1, obviously. And so that was kind of cool. So I did get this hang out in there a decent amount. The bar was still kind of slow at the moment. But then like an hour later when I came back again, the bar was freaking packed. They got music going, they got go-go dancers, they got people everywhere. And of course, since it's a non-human bar, everybody is dressed as an alien or a cybernetic human or a complete android, and they're all just dancing and having fun, and you're walking in there, and it just really felt like you were in like the Mos Eisley Cantina, that type of feeling where you're like, I'm in a different place, full of not humans, and this is really cool to be in, you know?
Which reminds me, I need to attach my emotional support Hufflepuff patch to a vest.
Yeah.
I have legit got, I ordered on Etsy, emotional support Hufflepuff, because I've got the Slytherin right here.
And then we got, Mad Ratter just came in, like, wow, I didn't realize it was so late. Busy moving.
There's a number of people moving.
Yeah, at least you're the one that's
Mackie's
fucking showing up.
moving.
Mac didn't even bother to put us on it as background shit.
Yeah.
We can forgive Mackie.
Yeah.
He was posting shit from
Waterworld?
too. And Waterworld. I found John. If he's watching this later, I found you on TikTok.
Okay. Alright, so
yeah, the event itself, like I said, it felt a lot like during the day. It felt like kind of a flea market because you had kind of your main street. People had blankets out and they were doing their bartering or their selling of items. And so that gave it that futuristic flea market feel because you still had people in their cyberpunk light would be a good way to put it because it was warm. And so they're not wearing all their LEDs, obviously.
yeah.
But they're maybe wearing like their bright orange track suit that might be their underneath of their LEDs. And so it still looks different from Wasteland. But because they were reusing those rust walls that they used for the Wasteland gate, like that gave it this interesting contrast for me. And so, I mean, I was trying to put myself in this mind frame of, well, you're on this distant planet that doesn't get a lot of supply drops, doesn't get a lot of updates. It may be my concept for Neo, which different people can have different concepts.
Yeah.
But my idea is that it was probably a mining city where they were mining some kind of precious resource. Most of those types of jobs have dried up and they've tried to modernize the city. But it's struggling to modernize because, like a lot of old mining towns do, once the mines disappear and that's not your major income, people struggle with, well, what do I do now in this town? How do I draw people to this town?
Yep.
And so that's kind of what I felt like Neotropolis was, and that's why you have the old rusted walls, because they were built during the original mining days. Now we're 100 years past that, and erosion and rust and stuff has set in.
Yeah, gotcha.
Santo says mining Galaxium.
Sure. Yeah, they could have been mining Galaxium. They could have been mining spice. They could have been mining
Well,
copper
the fact
or
that you
gold.
mentioned said that you didn't see any fucking spice in Neo.
Yeah.
I doubt they were mining spice.
There was no spice. I kept asking people. Some people had Galaxium and some people had sludge. Nobody had fucking spice.
Sadness.
Lame.
He who controls the spice controls the universe. Come on, people.
Hey, you're all supposed to be cyberpunks.
Right.
I will say,
Oh, we got a Matthew.
Ooh.
Galaxium are nanities with illegal soft. And Peter goes, at night I felt like I was in Tron, especially the view from the core out back into the city.
Yeah, if you stood up or if you stood on the main street and just looked straight down to the stage, which was called Core.
The core.
The Core. It really did feel like Tron, or same thing.
Sounds
if
like
you
an
stood
anime
at
bad
Core
faction.
and looked out, it really did feel very cyberpunk, especially at night. During the day, like I said, it was this weird mix match where sometimes I was in the right headspace to be like, I'm in the future. Other times I was like, oh, this is kind of like Wasteland Light. But I know that they were setting a different theme, but there's a certain familiarity with that desert and that dirt and those valleys and those hills
yeah.
that
According to Adam, at least.
I couldn't
Says Matthew.
chase away enough from my head during the day.
Mm-hmm.
During the night, it definitely felt like a completely different event. But during the day, it's still in my head, maybe not to new people who had never been to Wasteland, it still felt kind of like being at Wasteland.
Yeah. So we've got on Twitch.
Twitch, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Twitch.
No, not Twitch.
The media.
Yes. Hi, people on Twitch. Crimson 8. Cheers from the Altera Ward Core. I miss the neon wastes.
Yeah, the neon waste is a good way to put it. That's what the daytime felt like. The neon waste, like a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Not 100% cyberpunk, but during the night, 100% immersion for sure. Could get lost in it. Could just be like, I'm here in the future. I'm in this cyberpunk realm. I'm in this video game. I'm playing these missions. I'm watching these bands. I'm interacting with these people. I've got this drink that they made that glows under black light. Like, oh, this is fucking rad, you know?
But it sounds like you can see the possibilities for growth since it was the first year. And now people will be like, okay, so we've been there 1 year. We see where things could be, where things are kind of lacking, where we need to kind of build up from that, like the
Absolutely.
big time stuff. And be like, okay,
If
so...
we could have more along the side, now obviously it's going to take time to grow, but the size of Wasteland City right now at the main event,
Yeah.
make that entire city all cyberpunk, you would get lost in that on the horizon in the city, you wouldn't be able to see the hills because the buildings would be tall enough with their second stories that all you would see is cyberpunk slums.
Gotcha.
You know, and that would be more immersive. Go ahead.
So we got Peter saying, I like the street barter in the day, low text from Johnny Mnemonic.
Johnny Mnemonic!
And
Oh, okay.
Peter also says,
Yeah, Johnny
or
Mnemonic's
the big,
a great
or
example.
the big market in Valerian.
Those are good ways to think of it. I had, you know, when I was there in the moment, I wasn't quite, that didn't come to me, but when you say Johnny Mnemonic, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I should have thought of that. I love that. Love Johnny Mnemonic. And Valerian. Like, those are great both great examples of kind of those cyberpunk slums. And that's really what it felt like to me, was the cyberpunk slums.
And then we got Ian going, my first ever live drag show, please, more drag shows, so good. Was there drag shows at Neo?
There must have been. I didn't see it, but there must have been.
Apparently it wasn't enough for Ian, because, yeah, I remember there was a lot of drag shows in Wasteland, like, fucking, we had Lady Vajayjay, but she retired a while back, and of course, even Dragula, the Boulet brothers did their fucking shit at Wasteland back in, 17. So, yeah, we should probably, point that out to them, say, like, we need a good fucking drag community going to the especially in the cyberpunk, because, like, drag sounds like an amazing art form to do in the cyber.
I mean, think of like drag with gothic cyber hair falls.
Ooh, cyberfall.
Like a wig full of LED light strings.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you're also doing drag at the same time.
Yeah.
Like that would be fucking crazy. And then maybe even wearing like a light up mask covering most of their face. Or if they want to take it off sometime during their show.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have drag queens that do a little bit of a burlesque, or sometimes you have drag queens that just perform and dance, or sometimes they lip sync to a song. Like they kind of do their own thing.
There's options there.
Yeah.
So we got more comments. We got Baba Bear going Galaxian not even once. Bonesaw.
I did it more than once for sure.
Bonesaw's like, it got a lot of Firefly vibes, which is actually kind of cool because like there's even a cool little cyberpunk type video game called Outer Worlds. Well, it was heavily influenced of Firefly.
Yeah, because of the desert setting, I was like, we need like some Cowboy Bebop, some Firefly,
some Borderlands,
like that
You do Borderlands now,
like that space western vibe.
Yeah,
I definitely got a bunch of that being out there, and that's why I'm saying Firefly, Cowboy Bebop, Borderlands. I mean, Star Wars is a space western, but it's a little too.
I want to see someone do Tiny Tina-ish.
Like Star Wars is too big and too well known that if you walk in there wearing a stormtrooper outfit, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. But the Western aspects of Star Wars, for sure.
So we got, basically, Peter was like saying apparently they had 2 shows in the Kaiju place.
Nice.
And
okay.
then Ian.
I saw the burlesque at Kaiju, but I didn't see the drag show.
Ian's a bit new because he only been to one Wasteland, and then Santos goes next year. Nighttime weapon contest. Peter goes, they were burlesque, not necessary drag. Okay.
I did see the burlesque.
Yeah. Burlesque, you can,
And even in burlesque, I mean, if you have somebody who, let's say, is gender non-conforming, and they decide to do burlesque, which the Molotov Mollies, what's the main leader of the Molotov Mollies? Misty Mayhem?
Mayhem, yeah.
Misty Mayhem is a gender non-conforming individual.
Yes.
So if you go and see them perform, it will definitely give you that drag, gender non-conforming, burlesque crossover feel.
Yeah.
And I did go and watch Misty Mayhem perform because I always enjoy their shows.
So Matthew says NB54 had a few folks doing cyber drag by design.
There you go, yeah.
And then Bonesaw says, and don't forget Lolo Bitch, and the Rule 334 Space and Outpost 66.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't even gotten Outpost 66 or any of the other areas yet. I was going to talk about a little bit about those. Because Mega Block 1 was, of course, like one of the main focuses. Yeah. But that was so much, a lot of it, of course, built by the build crew. Mm-hmm. And then you could, as a faction, have a booth in there. Yeah. Outpost 66. Go ahead.
I got a couple of comments. Crimson's like, it was very Desert Planet on Star Wars.
Yes,
there was Cyber Drag Burlesque by Freak.
Okay.
Right. So there were some drags, apparently wrong place, wrong time, perhaps.
Yeah, I definitely saw some of the burlesque. I must have missed the drag show. I love drag shows, and I would have gladly stayed and cheered and had fun.
And as most of you viewers know, like I used to be a drag queen. Like how I came out of retirement for the for Hunter's Night. The last time we did Hunter's Night a while back. I came out of retirement, did a performance, and Misty Mayhem helped me find some eyelash glue for my eyelashes because apparently my eyelashes they poofed. Not my glue for the eyelashes. Yeah, they disparued.
Yeah,
and
damn, you were hot.
I hit up Misty Mayhem because I figured they were probably going to use some lashes for their performance, so they might have glue. So I hit them up, said, "Hey, you have eyelash glue I could probably borrow for my outfit?" And she pulled through. They pull through. So I appreciate them for doing that.
So an idea I just had since we mentioned Borderlands. There's enough people, and maybe during the day you run like an hour-long pop-in Bunkers and Badasses campaign.
Yes, Bunkers and Badasses. Basically,
I have no idea what that is.
It's D&D.
You show up with a character pre-planned, like, okay, so here's the rules. You come up with a character before you show up. It's like, okay, here it is. These are the times we're gonna run it. You can run it like each day for an hour, and you once your character is like cleared by the DM, like okay, if you want
Whoever's running this needs
ones,
to be dressed as Tiny Tina.
Yes. You can either show up for one, or you can show up for the first one and go to all four. You can use the same character. You can use different characters. Maybe something to do during the day.
I mean, they definitely already have a D&D tabletop game meetup at Wasteland every year.
Yeah.
So they could definitely do that at this event. And there was a guy who had written his own cyberpunk tabletop game with miniatures, and he was running sessions teaching people in the Retro Dome.
Oh, shit, nice.
So it's like, we're getting a lot of comments from people of like, here's 10,000 ideas we have. And I'm like, okay, so some of those things are happening. You have to give me a second to actually explain, but go ahead.
So yeah, we got Peter saying that the core had some burlesque and drag in between the bands.
Yeah, like I said, I caught a bunch of the burlesque. I just didn't happen to catch any of the drag.
Ooh.
So I'm glad it's there, and I will try to catch it next year, you know?
Fuck yeah.
Crimson's going, I know there's at least one drag king. The rest I was too far away to be able to tell for sure.
Clit June, or, I know what you're talking about. The one with the mohawk and shit, and the platform boots.
Yes. Always promote, the queer drag community in any form. Hell, we're going to Dragula.
This come Monday we're gonna hit up. I think we're gonna hit up the Bay Area because Dragula is doing their live show tour over there, and I got us tickets. So.
And I've never been to a drag show.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, they're dating a former drag queen, and then they never been to a drag show ever. So I'm popping their cherry come this week.
Which is funny because one of my, as I called him, one of my fairy godfathers, being raised by two gay men and their friends. I used to go to Sacramento. I'd go to once I turned old enough. I'd go to Faces, I'd go to Badlands, and I would go with them for stuff.
Sure.
And somehow never went to a drag show.
Yeah, because I was going to say, locally, the drag shows mostly happen at Badlands now.
And I never went to one.
Well, that's why I performed, was at Badlands.
Yeah, and I've gone with you to a show at Badlands.
Yeah, we even went to a Wasteland theme one, and it was
a post-apocalypse theme one.
Yeah, I wasn't doing a drag show that night, but I came in as my regular Wasteland outfit with him just to show him around.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the one where Apple Adams asked me if I was straight, and then went, oh, I'm sorry, because yes, I'm straight. But for me, I just want to go and watch people have a great time, and drag performers are amazing performers, and I get excited like everybody gets excited. So if I'm at a drag show and I know that part of the show is throwing out some money. If I've got some money, you can guarantee I'm going to be throwing it on that stage or offering it up to the queen to come and grab. If I like their performance, take my money, fucking make it rain. I'm here to have a good time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me if I'm straight and they're not. It's not, to me, it's not about oh, is this a gay club or a straight club? No, I'm just here to have a fucking good time.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a few more comments. Bonesaw's they had and Higo contest, and he was dying. Papa Bear goes, Beanie, BattleBots, and Beyblades was. I heard about the Beyblades.
I saw the Beyblades.
I heard about the Beyblades
on TikTok. Holy fuck.
And then Peter goes, I recommend Cat
Roboshod,
Misfit, Cabaret, and Essa. It has some drag acts and great singing.
It's San Francisco.
Yeah, that's San Francisco. We got local shit. We're just doing this because Dracula is
the gay area.
We have a gay district here in Sacramento.
Yeah, the Violet district.
The Lavender district.
Lavender, thank you.
And we also have multiple gay clubs, and Badlands is one of our clubs, and they have a regular drag night.
Yes.
And then sometimes they'll do special performances with a whole theme, and of course we've been to some of those. But even going back to when I used to live in SoCal. The Menagerie, which is a gay club in Riverside, and also VIP, another gay club in Riverside, both had drag nights. And then the Menagerie, their regular thing was men in thongs standing on the bars pouring shots.
Damn.
And these were like fit, 6-pack, ripped muscle.
The
Like,
typical game.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Matthew's got a bounce. Hugs all. Glad you enjoyed the NB54 so much.
yeah, no, I love that.
Get some
that
rest
was
there.
one
Hopefully
of my
we see you
favorite
soon.
spots throughout the weekend was that bar.
Have a good night.
Then Peter's like, all the best DJs and music is in the Lavender Midtown District.
I would
Yes.
agree.
Yeah. Because technically, I was DJing in the Lavender District. Technically.
I mean, our local goth club for a long time was in that district.
Yeah.
And so I always loved it there because we would get a lot of queens who their bar would finish for the night and they would just come straight over to ours.
They sure the fuck did.
And one of our regular queens, Xena Cybergoth, she was always at Badlands, and then she would come down,
Badlands, Faces.
and then she would come down and dance and hang out with us at the golf club. And a lot of times she would bring other queens with her or bring friends with her or
Yep.
whoever.
Yep.
And so the Badlands would close down or Faces would close down, and all of a sudden there'd be a bunch of people coming into our bar, you know?
Yep. And that was usually very fun because like we had a lot of these people who probably never been to a fucking goth club in their fucking life.
Yep.
But I mean, that's the great thing about the goth scene, though, is the goth scene is very open, very accepting, very welcoming. So, like, in the goth scene, you will find already gender non-conforming people.
Yeah.
And so for a drag queen to walk in there, it's like, yeah, that's nothing new. That's
Yeah.
nothing abnormal for us, you know?
Okay.
Like, yeah, come dance with us, honey. Like, let's have some fun, you know?
Also, I'm gonna side talk and point out like in case you all noticed, the beard is pretty much back. It stopped growing in the face. It's one I assume one of the reasons why we did the beard I shaved my beard again video.
Yeah. Yeah, because the beard's coming back.
Yeah, it's actually now visible, so you can all see it on camera.
Yes.
So give it more time, it'll be that long big beard you all came to know and love.
Indeed. I mean, hi.
And then also a fun fact, I was going through the Uncle Zeke's group page and people are still posting pictures and shit. I found someone took a picture of me DJing at the castle.
Nice.
And then same person took a picture of me using my Spank Bang cricket bat as a paddle. I'm paddling someone over at fucking Doc's Schofield's
okay.
fucking bar.
Nice. I love it.
So I'm like, someone caught me in the wild paddling people. Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Ooh. There's something. Catching photos of the wild Commodore out in public. We can turn it into like. Damn. No. Santos, I'm stealing from you.
Oh no.
Let's help Commodore try to jog his memory.
Oh,
Try
you
to
son
catch
of a
him in
bitch.
pictures of spots. We'll just show it to him. Do you remember?
Because he doesn't remember riding in the
No, apparently I told you about the whole fucking red wagon bullshit.
and he doesn't remember meeting his fucking you are weighted match at Wasteland. So Commodore has some blackout drunk moments that you guys got to fill in the blanks for.
No, I'll say this: they're not blackout drunk,
No, I haven't blacked out since I was 17.
Okay.
but he definitely his memory pulls a John Cena. Can't remember shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have the best memory. And drinking does not help that cause.
Then again, no one in this house has good memory.
Like, I'm pretty sure if you tell me this whole story about it, about what happened, or show me a photo of it, it's gonna help. It'll be a lot easier because it'll help me jog the memory. It's easy for me to jog my memory if I have the right description of what happened or a visual.
The right stimulus.
Yeah.
So that his thing is his memory. Yours is
You like them
your
young.
age. You like them young. Do we have something for me yet?
I just hope at some point my girlfriend doesn't tune into this and think something weird, you know?
She never watches the show? Probably for good reason.
She's safely in Canada this week, so don't have to worry about it.
You guys have a thing and I don't. I'm kind of happy about this because my memory sucks.
Well, because we're the one facing the camera. You're behind
I'm
the
off
scene.
camera. I'm currently in one of your hoodies and a pair of shorts. I got a root beer float I'm working on. I'm also sober.
So we also had now, this may or may not truly be a first, but it was a first for Adam and a first for me witnessing. We had a Wasteland / Neotropolis first, where somebody turned 21 at the event
Yes.
and got their wristband actually changed out at the event. And they made it a big enough deal. So I ran into this guy. He ended up getting the name BB. Birthday boy. But I like BB because he was actually a paintball and airsoft player. And he was good enough that he was on a professional sponsored team.
Nice.
And he plays in Texas, Dallas, Texas, where he's from.
So you might know the cowfuckers.
But he was originally born in California.
Okay.
So he's a California native. Now he lives in Texas.
That happens.
He liked the name BB because the small projectiles is what he uses a lot.
Yeah.
Airsoft and paintball. And so BB as opposed to birthday boy. But he turned. So I ran into him Thursday night. He was in Gillies and he's just talking. Now he came out to the event with his mom. Adorable, right?
Yeah,
Yes, we love those.
That's amazing.
Right?
Keeping things in the family is fucking
I
adorable.
love the moms who are willing to be weird for us kids.
Yes.
Because my mom's a weird mom. And I wouldn't be who I was without having a really weird mom. And I know that, Commodore, I know his parents. His parents are metalheads, goth fans. They're weird parents compared to, somebody's more conservative, straight edge parents. His parents are not those parents. My mom is not that. My mom doesn't do any drugs or anything, but she's super weird, loves costumes, loves sewing. So to see somebody come out to this event with their mom because they're just turning 21 is adorable, but also rad mom, go you, And for the most part, she kind of did her own thing. He kind of did his own thing. But there were times when they were together.
So Mimsy goes, people go to Neo/Wasteland with their parents? That's so fucking weird.
Right, and of course Mimsy brought Faith.
Yes.
So of course we had another weird mom and daughter combo there,
Santos posted, Commodore gets a pass next show because of Tooch's walk across our faction symbol in front of my co-leader who made it.
What the fuck, Tooch? What did you do? You really need to come to the fucking next show so we can do the cyber talk shit. Because we're hearing shit that you just did.
I want to
saw your
hear.
pictures.
I want to hear what exactly happened to make her miss our
Joan
weapons
Rivers,
judge.
what the fuck?
She was off busy. Her and fucking Blowhard. God damn, they both look sexy as fuck.
I mean, no, their pictures look amazing, and they had a fun time. But when the weapons contest came up,
Yes.
Tooch showed late.
Yes.
And Amazon jumped in. So Amazon was our third judge.
God
I
damn.
remember hearing about that.
So,
Aww.
but yeah, the kid BB, I ran into him Thursday night, and he was telling us Thursday night. It was already 2 a.m. or something, and he's like, "I turned 21 in 6 hours," and we're like, "Well, fuck yeah, dude! That's awesome." I'm like, "Are you gonna see about getting your wristband exchanged?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him in the morning when I wake up." Okay, cool. And so I'm like, well, I can't toast a drink with you tonight, but what do you got in your drink? And he's like, oh, it's like Gatorade right now. I'm like, cool. So I'll toast you a Gatorade, and when you turn 21, come find us. We want to have a drink with you.
A spike Gatorade.
Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I just assumed that it was non-alcoholic because technically nobody's supposed to be serving him alcohol.
Right.
Whether or not he had
I
alcohol,
wasn't even going
that's
that
his
route.
thing.
I was just saying that. I was just joking around, so that's what the alcohol drink was going to be when he turned 21.
No, well, yes, it was actually a spiked Gatorade because Gilly
I just
was
made that
making
shit up.
Gilly was making a Malibu rum and Gatorade mix that he was
Oh,
serving
that actually
throughout
sounds
the weekend.
fucking awesome.
And because it was the yellow Gatorade, it glowed under the black lights and stuff really well.
Nice.
And then the Malibu gave it this nice, sweet, sugary alcohol taste.
So we got Bonesaw saying, my daughter came with me to Wasteland for 3 years, and then Santos comments misinformation.
Yes, misinformation is what Amazon was going by at the event. That's a good correction.
And
Yes.
so you're talking about the birthday boy. Do you have something to show us?
I do have a video of my little interview with him, if I can pull that.
Yeah, hopefully this goes well.
We're still getting used to trying out doing video while we're going through the show. So let
Yes.
me...
So while he's doing that, I'm going to read this comment. We got Darwin finally was able to enjoy a photograph weapons contest. We'll add gallery on Facebook and believe I got pics of judges too.
Nice.
Thank you, man.
I will definitely say it looked like. Aw. Please give Tooch one of those Flava Flav watches. If not, I'll make it a mission
Flava
next year at
Flav.
Neo.
Right?
Oh God. Tooch would find a way to work that
Oh
entire
no!
fucking
Wait,
thing.
wait, what? What's going on?
It
It's
got pretty
weird.
minimized.
It's not working right, and there's no sound. Okay, hold on. We gotta fix that.
I see. Okay.
Hold on. Bear with us, guys. Is the mic
Let
hot?
me go back. Yeah. Let me go back to our main video.
Yeah, again, we're still learning this type of technique, so give Hatter a moment to figure this shit out, so we can show you all the interview he had with Birthday Boy.
Because I checked it out earlier and it was playing okay, but now I'm wondering. Let's turn on the sound there. Let's try that, and then we need to do. Hold on. Audio in it was playing okay, but
Now I have
now
Birthday
I'm
Bitches by
wondering.
ACP playing in my head.
So now I'm having. There was some kind of sound coming out. Of it
I was
just now.
going through my fucking shit.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I turned on the Facebook I'm watching on my laptop. That we're hearing basically you.
Yeah. I won a pole dancing contest about song.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, he's taking care of that. I gotta take another garage.
Take another garage. I will be keeping an eye on comments and things.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to try this one more time, and if not, we'll just say that it'll be up on the YouTube, and maybe we'll try to play it next week. But let's go back to here, and let's go, because I had ported this over. Let's do cancel. Let's do
God damn it, now
here.
the song's stuck in my head.
Screen capture, no. Okay, let me put that there so you guys aren't looking at a blank screen. But see if I try to switch over. Window capture, that's what we want. And then we want to do, okay, that's fine. And then let me do, there we go. Let's do media, open file.
Interview done at Gilly's Arcade in space, and not the only thing done at the arcade.
Yes, exactly.
That makes me think some things.
Well, there was actually a modeling shoot that was done there too.
Ah, nice.
TK came into Gilly's Arcade and did like a full like calendar or modeling shoot, modeling on a bunch of the machines.
Okay.
Damn.
So
He's still working it. I'm not searching for Bray Wyatt stuff on Amazon.
Gotcha.
well, it should be like I just loaded it.
Yeah. You
It
trying to
should
widen it?
be- Like it should be playing. I hit play.
And I'm not seeing shit.
Open
Nope,
file.
I see a cone.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yes. I
Because
kinda want
it
one.
was supposed to start playing. Open. And then hit play. Fine. Close it out then. Because I hit play and like nothing happens.
Yeah. I'm not reading
Me either.
that.
Okay, so now it's working there. Let's try it there then.
We're still here, by the way. Just make sure, let people know, he's just going through the program. Make sure we can get this going for you guys. 'Cause-
I don't think it's gonna work.
No,
It's just gonna
Alright.
be difficult.
it happens.
We'll post it to YouTube later.
Yeah, we'll post it on YouTube later, and we'll we'll figure this more out so we can try to do this a little more often, where it's actually working, and go from there. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. It happens. Basically, he had an interview with the birthday boy at Neo, discussing about him, how he got there, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, when we can, he'll upload it on YouTube and he'll post the link around, showing you guys the interview of this lad who basically, well, I guess broke fucking Wasteland history, I guess.
Yeah, we'll try to get it for our next episode. I definitely need to practice with it a bit more. For some reason, it was playing earlier fine, and like sound, everything, it's showing up on our OBS, like everything, and now all of a sudden it just gives me the middle finger. Like,
So,
fuck you, I don't want to work.
Darwin goes, y'all need a Wasteland standby. We're experiencing technical screen. That
We
is,
have one.
we technically do have one. He's just
one.
determined to get the fucking thing to work.
The problem is I can't display that while I'm also trying to load the other video because I don't have a second screen for the computer. So I could put something on one screen and something on another and switch back and forth, but I don't have that capability right now. So we have a please stand by, but anyway.
Santos goes, just put a picture of Figment saying, why me?
All right.
Okay, I like
With,
that.
with a dumbfounded look on her face, she's like,
So I'll put it up on our YouTube, and then I'll post a link to it on our usual pages, and then we'll try to get it up for next week
yeah.
or next episode.
But yeah, well, we're still going to try and figure out a way to where we can start posting these videos while we do our live show.
Yeah.
Because this isn't the first time we had this issue, so it's still a learn as we go. We just didn't have enough videos to where we actually do this type of shtick.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, it's work in
Still
progress.
learning, folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interview with BB talking about his experience of changing out his wristband and coming to Neo for the first time and all that type of stuff. I also have another one where it's him and I and Gilly all toasting a beer together because he had brought a special beer to the event. It was a gift from his grandparents.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That he had picked up because his grandparents are still here in California.
Okay.
So when he came in from Texas, he stopped by their place, picked up this beer that they had bought him as a gift, brought it out to the event.
Did he like the beer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we all liked the beer. It was a good beer. It was a I want to say it was like a wheat and citrus, but I don't remember the exact information on it, but it was a
Okay.
really good beer for sure.
So almost like a shock top or something, or a blue
Something
moon?
along those lines, yeah, like a citrus and wheat, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I sound like I enjoyed that fucking beer. Goddamn.
Yeah. Because I'll say this. When I turned 21 and I was going to club, I had someone at one point try to buy me a beer, and I was like, I'll try it. And then I learned real quick, I do not like beer. I do not like the taste of beer. Root beer is the closest I'm getting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Pass that off to a friend. I'm like, I'm just gonna stick with cranberry vodka. Like vodka drinks. That's my specialty when I did drink. But yeah. I was just like, I was wondering if like y'all did the cheers, he drank it, went, this is disgusting.
No, he really liked it, but
Okay,
he was definitely a beer drinker.
Okay.
Yeah, like
In that I'm sure that it wasn't like, even though he had just turned 21, I'm
wasn't
sure
his
it was not
first
his first
beer.
time drinking beer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, we'll go that far with the that topic because we're not gonna indulge underage drinking on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he talked about, he compared it to some other beers that he had tried,
Okay.
and he talked about that it had more flavor than some of the more like watered down piss water beers and stuff like that.
Shit day before likes.
Gilly still got 3 of the cans.
Oh, Gilly got to keep them. Hell yeah.
If you
Let
have
us
them
know
on
what
you,
type
send
of
me
beer it was.
picture so we can get the name of the fucking
Yeah,
thing.
what
Oh,
type
oh, he already did it.
Nice.
You read my mind, Gilly. Good job.
All right, here we go. Oh shit! It's Jugger,
Yeah.
Okay.
the Juicy Lager.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what it was. That was the one. Because they had
Wow.
brought, so he had the beers at his camp.
Okay.
wherever it was. I didn't learn exactly where he was camped, but and then he had told us about him on Thursday. Then Friday he was like, okay, I've got to go and find them. They're buried somewhere in my cooler, which is under some other stuff. I'll find them and bring them. Finally, Saturday morning, he brings them over to Gilly's, and Gilly sticks them in like his mini fridge.
Nice.
And then so Saturday evening, it wasn't quite sundown yet, but it was evening. And that's when we actually opened up the beers and shared them.
Nice.
I didn't know that Gilly had actually held on to them after that. So that's kind of cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, now we just need to get this kid to fucking Wasteland so he can have a Wasteland experience and he can compare his first Neo and his first Wasteland.
Yeah. Like I said, it was his first event, but he was digging it. He was loving the event. He definitely wants to come out more. He has to travel from Texas, which is a little bit more of an expense.
Yeah.
But he is like I said, he was born in California. He just lives in Texas now. You know?
So basically, Gilly was like, yeah, nobody came and collected them before leaving.
Okay.
Okay, so you got him. Sweet.
Yeah.
Dear God, all the freaking
Well, if anybody knows, if we get a chance to put him on our YouTube, if you know who BB is, he told me he mostly had a Snapchat. I don't really have a Snapchat. I wanted to connect him to social media. I tried looking him up. His real life name is Douglas, but I couldn't find him on Facebook or Instagram. Anyway, if you know who he is, he knows Wasteland Talk. He's seen episodes, but I don't know how often he watches or anything like that. But if you know who he is, tag him. Let him know that we're talking about him. Let him know that our video will be up on, or his video will be up on our YouTube.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
And then, so there's a video of us toasting the beer, and then there's a video of me interviewing him, and then there's some other videos I got on there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the weapons contest.
Yes.
There you go.
So the weapons contest was really cool to do. That was in Club Kaiju. So Club Kaiju was similar to Mega Block, similar to Outpost 66, where like you had an open quad or an open why am I drawing blanks on things?
Okay.
Just like a big open corridor where you had like this whole perimeter of factions, and then you had a big open center. And so like the big open center was of course your dance floor in Club Kaiju.
Okay.
But during the day, of course, you had your various factions doing whatever, hawking their wares, doing their missions, whatever. And so you could go up on the second floor. And so we were on the second floor as the judges. And it was myself and Santos. And then we were waiting on, of course, on Tooch, but Tooch didn't show. So in the audience was Misinformation, or if you go to Wasteland, you know her as Amazon. Now, of course, Amazon is a longtime Wastelander. Definitely someone who's capable of jumping up into judging a contest on the spot and being a pretty fair, adequate judge. So, of course, when we were like, well, we're waiting on our third judge to get started,
Apparently,
Amazon...
Glitch likes to look down on people, says Santos.
Yes. So they asked us, myself and Santos, like, where do you guys want to be at the judges? And I'm like, if I'm judging people, I want to be looking down on them. I want to be on the second floor.
Okay.
Because I'm judging you. So I get to look down on you. You know,
So,
why not?
I can make a short joke here.
I can make a tall joke here.
No, we're about the same height. It's our only chance to look down on someone like him.
Yeah, is to be up higher. Yeah. And that's the same thing with
I
like,
have the high ground.
as we go up there and we're waiting for Tooch and they're asking us like, are the
Okay.
judges ready type of thing.
There you go.
Huh.
From Darwin.
Yes, that's all three of us up on the stage. Up
Nice.
above.
Yeah,
Santos, me,
Thank
and
you, Darwin.
me, Santos, and Misinformation, Amazon, yes. And even in that picture, you can tell how much taller, because Amazon's a tall person. So you can tell how much taller Amazon is.
Hence the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's over 6 foot. And then if she wears like platforms, which she often does, she'll be even taller. I don't know
Well,
her
that's the
exact
first
height,
thing
but
you
she's
know,
over
too.
6 foot to begin with.
Yeah, I just last night off topic. Last night I found out one of my friends who watches my DJ show from Switzerland is over 6 feet tall, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like fucking It's very rare to find a person who is up my eye level.
Yeah. It's coming for me.
It's easy for my neck too, so I'm not always bending it so low for everybody.
Yeah.
And then Darwin was like, anytime Santos like, send me that picture.
Yeah, so we had myself, Santos, and Misinformation up there. And so as we're waiting, we're like, oh, we're waiting on our third judge, and Misinformation from the bottom is like, can I jump in and be a judge so we can get started? And she was just in
like,
the crowd
completely
to
like
watch.
Zoolander, David Bowie. I'll be the judge.
And so I'm like, and of course I recognize Misinformation as Amazon, and I'm like, of course, come on up. And Santos didn't necessarily know them, but they come up, and so Misinformation asks, hey, who are my other judges? She's like, I know you had her, but what's your name here? And I'm like, Glitch. And then she asks Santos, and Santos gives his Neo name, which, fuck me, I don't remember it.
Hot. He doesn't.
So apparently Santos's Neo name is Fuck Me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do it.
And then so like did Tooch ever showed up or
Towards the end of the competition, Tooch showed up.
I vaguely recall Tooch like posting something or saying something about why she was late to it. I just don't remember.
She mentioned that she was being distracted, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I'll get clarification later, and I never got any clarification.
Blowhard, you mean?
Maybe I don't know. We don't need to dive into any of that.
No, we don't. No. But I literally, I thought that's what you said because I wasn't paying attention.
No.
Santos says his name is Rose Radio.
Radio, thank you, radio. Okay. Radio.
Tell me everything you know.
So yeah, so it was the three of us up there, and they had a blade competition, which ended up being blades and blunt weapons because there was like 2 blunt weapons.
Okay.
And then there was a blaster competition, and then there was like a rail gun competition.
So you said there was a gun and a blade competition?
Yes.
What if you had a gun blade? Can you apply for both?
You could only be considered once for each thing.
Damn it.
So
I have a gun blade behind the stage.
If you entered the blade competition, you could not enter the same weapon as the gun.
Yeah, I literally have a gun blade behind this fucking stage, so I was like, a gun and a blade.
So we did have a few people who were like, hey, my weapon counts as both, and it's like, no, you can't use the same weapon for 2 different contests.
So Darwin says he's off to work. I got kids. Play nice, and I love the broadcast. Thank you so much, man. You have a safe night, and hopefully we can hear from you soon. All right?
Yeah. Have a good night on your work night. Obviously, you're working like a late
also,
shift.
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Go do your adult thing.
Yeah.
I worked earlier today. That's part of why our stuff was not as prepped as it is sometimes, because I worked until like 4 p.m. today.
I had the day off, so I was building the whole fucking stage early.
Yeah.
You got it done early, and I'm like...
Hey, rather be early than late. Hey, we got Zygos. Apparently Zygos got to go. He loves us. Bye-bye. The show's almost up. We got like about 25 more minutes until we can kill the show.
So a couple things that, if I can wrap up kind of some of my experiences from Neo.
Yes.
Of course, the event has room to grow, but something that I want to see more that I might actually have to put together myself. There were people with cyber decks there, and I built my own cyber deck. I've talked about it a bunch. You guys have seen some of the stuff about it. And I got it done just in time to where I was literally drilling the arm mounting part of it at the event and using fucking paracord to like attach it to my wrist like last minute on site in Gilly's arcade with his drill, borrowing it. And so something I want to see more at Neo is more cyber decks with more, not just a basic like it's a keyboard and it looks cool as a prop. Sure, that works, but I want a cyber deck that actually functions, whether it be a small, like a small, simple monochrome screen or something more complex like what I built. So, obviously, I'm not going to enter, if I'm hosting a cyber deck contest, I'm not going to be participating. But I built what I will consider my own gold standard, meaning that if you're coming in to play in my cyber deck contest, I want something like this.
Something like yours, but better?
If you can make it better, I would love to see it. If you can make it on par, if you can get it to focus on camera. But what I did for mine, it's going to be kind of bright on the camera. Let's see if we can get it.
Well, hopefully you don't take the camera out of focus.
Yep, there we go. There it's. So I built a Raspberry Pi RISC computer with a WordPress website on it. And on that WordPress website, I had all the critical information for the event. The map, the factions, the schedule for the stage, some information about me, some information about my group. And I could click around to the different links on it and show it off.
So we got a couple more comments. One from Santos. Well, Glitch missed my Radio Shack at the end of the main street, which is where the infamous Tooch incidents took place. She did take some anime DVDs, and Blowhard took a Star Trek tech book.
I heard about the Radio Shack. That was pretty cool.
Gilly goes, Gilly's Arcade in space. Glad to help with repairs, and we had a few that weekend. Peter goes, I'm looking at getting a Samsung Tab S4 and installing
Kali Linux.
Kali Linux.
There we go. That's my fucking man right there. Kali Linux.
The Sentinels need more hacking next year.
Yes. Yes. So that's my big grand scheme, is to create a mercenary hacker group for Neo. This year I didn't quite get it all together, but I want a booth in Mega Block where I can give out hacker missions, where we can work with other factions, where we can take down the factions. I want to build terminals that would just basically be Raspberry Pis and computers or monitors, and I will have those all networked together over like Wi-Fi, and I will be able to display videos on them whenever I want. They will be weird cryptic messages, or they will be basic, like, come see this band, come see this drag show. Make sure you go to the merch booth and buy your patches. Like, it will be all of that stuff.
So
also,
it's an asshole.
Huh?
Oh, what?
What? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's an asshole. Exactly.
God, that was going for $32. I have that out of the box.
So yeah, I want to build a mercenary hacker group, and if that's something you're interested in, talk to me.
Yeah.
Because can there be rival hackers? Absolutely. But I'd rather have us all under one umbrella, and then we can battle each other if we want to. But if people want to hire any of us, they can come to one booth, and I can be like, I'm just going to make up a name. Hacker Team Alpha, okay? Obviously, you'll have a better name for your hacker team. But I can be like, oh, you really want a really good hacker team? Well, Hacker Team Alpha is my best guys. Come back, and I'll give you all their info. They'll be here at 3 o'clock today. You can meet with all of them, and you can hire them for your job. And then someone else might come by and be like, hey, I want a hacker team, but I heard that this Hacker Team Alpha is coming after us. Can I hire a different team to take them on? And I'll be like, sure. Hacker Team Delta is my next best guys. They can take on Hacker Team Alpha. Take them down, guys. And you can get those warring factions. But you come to one place to hire us, so it's easier to find us.
Yes.
So, basically, me and Pickwick did not go.
No.
I do plan to try to go next year, and I have a whole idea now of what I can do. From what he was telling me, there was much of a big thing happening outside the Mega Block. Kind of like with Wasteland, how like in Tent City, there's a bunch of things like Ghoul Crest, that fucking hostel place, and the den and whatnot. I'm gonna try to build a grave robber faction. Basically, my whole thing is Repo the Genetic Opera inspired. We're gonna be a faction of grave robbers where we steal from the dead of their fucking repossessed organs,
Their cyber tech,
the cyber limbs, or whatever they had on their bodies, and we sell it on the black market. And of course, we're gonna bring Zydrate.
Loot the corpses.
Which is another.
Yep, loot the corpses.
Yeah, which is another type of fucking drug that apparently was not involved in this fucking event, which I'm heavily disappointed. But I guess I have to, as a grave robber, I have to be the one that fucking introduces this shit. So yeah, I want to do a grave robber faction.
Santos, sounds like we're all gonna be villains.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the way. That's the way of life. Like Wasteland, fucking Cyber World, like.
I mean, Hatter is already kind of chaotic neutral.
You're an anti-hero.
Anti-hero at best, but villain sometimes. And like I will do whatever's best for me.
Yeah.
As a character.
Yeah.
And Glitch is going to be the same way. I will do whatever is best for me and my agenda as a character. Am I villain? Am I hero? Am I villain? I'm whatever I need to be in the time, whatever serves me best.
Also,
that's what chaotic neutral means.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We're grave robbers. We don't consider ourselves villains. We consider ourselves survivors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
if you got buried with your cybernetic arm,
it's free game.
That's free game. You don't need that.
No, you don't need it no more. What's it gonna do? Just collect fucking worms?
Collect dust.
Rust up,
be unusable. That could be so used. Like a little boy could use a fucking cybernetic arm right now, and I could give it to him for 300 fucking credits right now.
Yep.
Well, if he doesn't have the 300 credits,
then he don't get the fucking arm. Fuck that
kid. Right? That's what makes you chaotic neutral. You're in it for the money. You're helping people by giving them something, but you're in it for the money.
Santa goes, Mayor Hatter, chaotic good.
Mayor Hatter can be a little more chaotic good, but still kind of like there might be some corruption in Mayor Hatter. You know, who knows? We'll see.
As every politician.
If you stroke his ego good enough.
Yeah. Definitely some ego stroking to get you some favors from Mayor Hatter.
Haha, toasters.
Yeah.
There was a whole thing with the.
I'm actually gonna drink out of this fucking jugger fucking stein for once.
Oh.
What is the? What is that cartoon? The Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah.
Ghost of Mars.
Well,
no, that was a sequel.
That might have been. So there was a whole thing with toasters, and there was a. Like, you know how Wasteland has like stealable items? Now, if I understand this whole thing correctly, they took a bunch of toasters that people had made, they put them in a old bathtub, and then you could come by and steal the toasters and play around with them throughout the event. And so a bunch of people had toasters. Now, I think that some people may have made their own, but there was definitely, like, there's some pictures online of the bathtub full of toasters.
Oh, God.
And then people and then the bathtub
symbolism
with less toasters because people had stolen them and taken them around the event.
So on Twitch we've got Crimson. I'm working on a deck that's built into a portable TV like Jared had in the Retro Dome that has an SDR in it for listening to radio stuff / tracking planes with ADSB. I think the bathtub was the return point.
Okay, that might have been it. Yeah, you might have picked them up somewhere and returned them to the bathtub. I don't know.
So Mimsy goes, when was that film? Mine instantly went to Battlestar Galactica with the toaster game.
I mean, there were toasters throughout the entire weekend, and so I just saw some. I saw some people with toasters, and then by the end of the but after the event was over, I saw the pictures of the toasters in the bathtub. I did not know where to get the toasters myself.
Peter said there is a story called Memoirs from a Bathtub by Stanislav Lim. I think the toaster / bathtub idea is from that book, but toasters also refer to Battlestar Galactica.
But also, there was legit, they had a big poster for one of the factions that said all toasters are brave. So that's a direct reference to the Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah.
So yes, there's multiple influences, but they were definitely directly referencing Brave Little Toaster.
My ass went fucking dark, and I'm thinking of like someone committing suicide in the bathtub.
Oh, of course.
With a fucking toaster.
Oh, of course. That's part of the symbolism for sure.
Yeah. So, but like apparently, like it's been a.
You don't do toasters in a bathtub by accident.
No.
Like that's obviously a direct reference to like
But like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've seen Battlestar Galactica. It's been a hotter minute since I've seen the Brave Little Toaster and Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that one was a thing.
Yeah, Brave Little Toaster has a sequel.
Oh, Crimson's like, a large Russian man loaned us a VIP toaster that got us into some VIP places. She was a special lady.
Nice. Bobber
Special
goes, haha,
toasters.
did you see the toasters near Atomic?
I saw the toasters worshipping the piss rock. Or in this case, the piss meteoroid.
What?
Or the pistroid. That's what they called it.
But what?
The asteroid, the Pistroid.
So the piss rock was renamed the pistroid.
Oh my god!
There's a picture from
Which is actually
GK,
befitting.
is all of the toasters surrounding the rock as if they're worshiping it as if it's their deity.
Don't
It's
pee in the toasters,
fucking
please.
amazing.
Do not pee in the toasters. You're gonna have a bad time.
Don't whiz on the electric fence.
Yes.
Yes.
Ren and Stimpy
So
reference.
basically, Mimsy goes, babes. Dang, I missed my Kaylee J. Props to Wasteland Talk for being what introduced us hard. Yeah, I thought Kaylee J. Last Wasteland, they gave me a whole fucking Zydrate gun that they built themselves because they knew I did grave robber and shit. And
Which,
like,
thank you for that.
yeah, so now I have 2 Zydrate guns, so that's a whole new story.
But yeah, I want to see. So what I'm doing next year for Neotropolis as part of my hacker faction
Mimsy shudders.
is I'm gonna do a cyber deck contest,
Do it.
and I want to see your best cyber.
Oh god, I
decks.
got photos from Papa Bear about the sex toasters.
Okay.
No need to shudder. The Zydrake gun.
They are
Pretty
sex
scary.
toasters, and oh god.
I don't know why I'm looking at more Panic at the Disney. I don't need it. Got a bag.
Oh no. Papa Bear, can I have your permission to send these to Hatter so we can upload this for a potential video intro for the Cyber Talk?
Yeah, because I'll be doing a
Yes.
new video. I'll do opening credits with a bunch of pictures from Neo, of course. I haven't put it all together yet.
But yeah, we got praise, so we can do it.
Excellent, thank you.
So when the show's done in about 11 minutes, I'll send you those photos so you can add that to your collection of shit.
Yeah, and if you have pictures from Neo that you want to be a part of our Neo opening when we do the Cyber Talk
Happening
episode,
or closing.
either way, send them to us. We have a wastelandtalk@gmail.com.
I gotta take another
Or
garage.
You can
No.
just send them directly through Facebook. They will lose some photo quality when you send them through Facebook, but we'll take it either way.
Guy, what the fuck?
Send them to
What? You put some
Nathaniel
beer
Reed
on the oven.
or Hatter of the Waste. Huh?
You put your empty beer bottle on top of the oven.
As long as I didn't cook it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that what?
side note. Papa Bear, like, best part of Neo was the flying fuck during build crew.
There's a flying fuck.
Yes. Someone with a drone just attached the word fuck to it.
Python's joke waiting to happen.
Oh god, I want to do that now. Like, I'll admit, I'm not exactly like I might go to Neo once to check it out. Admittedly, this I'm not sure if it'd be all my scene. Like, I'm already starting to get ready for Wasteland. 'Cause with now that Neo is over,
Yeah.
the next big event is Wasteland.
Oh yeah.
I've got some clothes I'm trying to figure out. Oh, it was a cloud. Okay. Someone was talking about doing the parasol parade, and I'm like, I have an umbrella I could do this with. I just want to spray paint it, and I don't know with what. I kind of want to do just FU, because it's also a wrestling reference. Because I try with my character, I try to fit as many wrestling references as humanly possible into my gear and everything. So I'm like, well, this could be a thing. And we've got a friend that's gonna be coming out for their first time.
Yeah, I'm excited for Ducky to come out.
Ducky's gonna hide. We're gonna give Ducky the Commodore tour, the Commodore VIP tour.
What?
Oh my God, we need to do this.
What?
Oh no,
What?
we're doing it.
What?
So, I just got an idea.
Oh god,
For the first timers that are watching this show, or if you show up, we're gonna do the Commodore VIP tour. So first day, we meet up, and we'll figure out where to meet up, and it's just gonna be you giving a bunch of newbies a tour around Wasteland, and oh shit, hey Commodore, and what their reaction like, oh god, you know everyone.
I like that
'Cause
idea.
that's what
It's kind of like Captain Fancy Pants with his tour.
Yeah, those little tours.
Yes!
Those little tours were great. I loved
love
those.
it.
Yeah.
I have a megaphone so everybody can hear me.
You don't need a megaphone for people to hear you.
True. Samson will be.
Will you
remember
remember
where to go?
I'll be around, so yes.
I know where the fuck everything is. Fuck you.
Yeah. The reason I say this is because he gave me the tour last year, because last year was my first year, and I was just like, holy shit, how many people does this man fucking know?
Everyone.
Everyone!
I mean, we're both there, honestly. We both
Yeah.
can know everyone. So.
And then also, like, the fact that, like, I've seen him DJing. I've seen
Celebrity
him out at cons.
hosted tours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, we need to bring like the Baron, Big Disco.
Yes.
There you go. Celebrity hosted tours sponsored by Wasteland.
There
By
you go.
Wasteland
Fuck
Talk.
yeah.
Yes. We'll take them in chunks, and then like each group will have a celebrity. Always like we have one person at the Baron, we'll have Big Disco, me,
Yes!
you,
Yeah.
Captain Stranded.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Do it on the first day, so that way, like,
Yeah.
so that way the newbies, like,
Like after
Maybe
gate
we can
opening
do-
ceremony.
but like,
Yeah.
so people have an idea, like, okay, so I know where things are, and I'm in a group, because there's a lot of people who feel a lot more comfortable doing things
Ooh,
in a group.
we need Wasteland Elvis too.
Yes.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
We gotta get Wasteland Elvis on this fucking tour.
Oh, so I didn't even get a chance to tell.
Yes.
One of my best Wasteland story, or one of my best Neo stories, is probably the most
shit.
Neo moment you could have at Neo. So first of all, if you are familiar with the NeoNav app, okay, so the NeoNav app was a custom-built app for Neotropolis. And it had on it like a chat and a profile
Mhm.
and like individual faction pages, only a couple of them, but they'll get more over time.
Yeah.
And then like a group, like a general chat for everybody, and then you could create your own group chats.
There was cat video.
There was a cat video. There were some QR codes hitting throughout the event where you could scan them inside that app, and they would
Get
bring up like a
Rickrolled.
Rick roll. They would bring up a Max Headroom video.
Nice.
So there was different little hidden things like that. A lot of people had some issues setting that up. Hopefully for the next year, people get more of it figured out. But there was a little bit of a hoops to jump through to get it set up right. The app itself was built by Wasteland Elvis and the Swede.
Okay.
Okay, both tech nerds, both in the tech industry and in real life.
We got a message from Gilly said if anyone's interested, they just put a thing up on the Neo Central asking for help for Sunday on teardown cleanup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're
there's
in the
no
SoCal area and you can make it out there to help them tear down and clean up, please go help them. We're a bit too
Right.
far here in Sacramento,
Yeah.
but if you are near enough,
Mhm.
it could help you earn a free Wasteland ticket. It can help you earn some money back on your Neo ticket, or it could just be something you do just to give back.
Yeah.
They typically offer some kind of discount, free ticket type stuff.
Recompense and
Uh,
things.
Compensation, but regardless of whatever they offer, you should just do it because you're nearby and you can.
Yes.
It's a great way to make friends and meet a lot of the people who are really important in running the event, which will help build your notoriety as a character. So if you're new to these events,
Why are you flinging around
go
your boner?
volunteer.
Because I have a comment on Twitch.
Alright.
So Crimson's like, Neo is 100% the gateway drug for Wasteland. I don't think I could have convinced my friends to do Wasteland just out of the blue, but Neo was slightly less jumping into the deep end. And
That's-
now they're both talking
That's
about doing
intimidating
Wasteland.
because
Yeah.
it's a first year event
Yeah,
for sure.
that seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, like Neo being because like as what Wasteland World is saying, it's the sister event.
And now apparently both of our friends that went to both of their friends that went to Neo with them are now talking about doing Wasteland.
Excellent.
Well, tickets do go on sale May 10th.
I forget the
May
exact
10th.
date, but they're coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
May 10th.
you're
They
looking.
announced it. They just
Yeah.
announced it May 10th.
For those who's not a fucking regular of Wasteland Weekend and who doesn't know the actual price of fucking Wasteland Weekend, the tickets usually run about $200 plus additional fees. So you're looking at about $225 for the whole event. And you're saying fuck that, that's expensive. No, it's actually reasonable because of the amount of days you actually are there. Because especially for you first timers who went to Neo, no, Wasteland Weekend is a longer fucking event. It should be actually called Wasteland Week and then some.
Because it's Wednesday through Sunday.
Yeah.
And your ticket price covers everything. Meaning that there's no special, you gotta have a VIP ticket to get into this or that. Sometimes there's VIP spots where you do a mission.
But you can earn it.
Yeah.
But you can earn it. It doesn't cost you extra money.
But it covers...
It covers all of the bands. It covers all of your parking. It covers your RV.
The free booze you can easily find at the fucking thing.
Yeah.
So it covers everything. So it is cheaper than doing any of your other festivals like Burning Man or Coachella.
Aftershock.
Yeah, like it's cheaper than all of that because you get the whole weekend, all 5 days for the price.
Yeah, Peter's like, just renting a camp spot in the state park will cost $200.
Right? And right there, that's your fucking Wasteland ticket right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can't afford it, there are volunteer opportunities.
Yes.
So if you've never been to Neo or Wasteland, or Neo was your first event, look into volunteering, and you can get a free ticket or a discounted ticket depending on how many hours you put in.
Yeah, so everybody, hold on to your fucking lug nuts, because like fucking tickets going on sale for Wasteland Weekend is coming up in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, May 10th.
I might actually try to volunteer this year, like a few hours. I'm not gonna do a full
So
thing.
like
a half price
your,
ticket.
half your price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah, because they usually do either a half price if you only do half the hours, and then a full price free ticket if you do all the hours. Now, typically the way they do it is you do have to buy your ticket first, and then they reimburse you when you after you've worked your hours.
So please, if you plan on volunteering, come up with the money to buy a ticket still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll get reimbursed for your ticket. It's typically how it works.
See what we got comments going. Peter, I don't know. Santos. It just sells out this year.
I think it sells out this year.
It's not gonna sell out.
It might.
Well, even if it does, fret not, because all over the fucking Wasteland group social medias, there's people who are like, "Hey, turns out I can't go. Anyone want to buy my fucking ticket?"
Yeah.
And that happens. So, but never fret if they sell out. I've never been. There's been a couple of Wasteland weekends where it did sell out, but that was like when it got stupid close to the event.
Yeah, usually if it sells out, we're talking the event happens in the end of September. It sells out in the month of September.
Yeah.
And then we got Richard Klein, and for some people, it is very easy to drink $200 in booze over 5. Yeah, I don't know about 200. I think I'm more of like a fucking grand, but yeah, I relevant to that fucking topic right there. Thank you, Richard. Next comment, Bimsy, towards Figment.
Yes, they mentioned it.
Faith had fun volunteering at Neo, and Papa Bear. What's a ticket? Says the person who fucking always volunteers, never really, truly bought their ticket.
Yeah. Papa Bear has volunteered every Wasteland I've ever known them at.
You work too hard, but we love you.
Deep involved in the building and everything.
Take some time to actually enjoy the event.
Yeah.
Well, usually during the event, Papa Bear's having fun, but Papa Bear's always part of pre-build and teardown.
Yeah.
And besides, aside for Judas, Papa Bear is one of the best fucking cooks at the Wasteland. Like, I enjoyed Papa Bear's food. Like, I actually had the honor to me and Figment be at their tribe last Wasteland. And
yes, that was fun.
And if I can make a side note, Papa Bear continues to complete their diet regimen and slim down. You just keep looking better every time I see you, my friend.
Right? I mean, you still talk a lot of shit, but that's why we love you.
Good God. Like, you look hotter and slimmer every time I see you, my friend.
No, I do not.
Bex needs bail money for all
her Slimer time. I do not, because they kick me out, because I'm too fucking annoying.
And then Papa goes, actually, this Wasteland, I'll be there for 18 days. Oh, you're going to be there for for legit build crew.
Long fucking time.
And that's the thing with people with build crew. They're there for like half a month, or if not more. Adam is literally there in end of August just to make sure the land is like, you can step on it.
Decent.
Yeah. So yeah, build crew gets there early and stays late.
The cat is hungry and wants to be fed.
But why the
It
food?
is after 9
The
o'clock.
food is not. Oh God, we're overtime.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
just a little. Just a few minutes.
All right. Well, we should probably just do a closing now, so we can start doing teardown and shit, and save all the fun Neo stories for when we actually do Cyber Talk.
I got the days off, so might as well work, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to be doing a full episode with Tooch and Blowhard coming up. Hopefully our next episode, if we can work it out.
Yeah, hopefully we can figure out what happened with Tooch.
And why Tooch didn't make our weapons contest. But it was a lot of fun.
Oh,
I
yeah, it feels
really
like a drama
enjoyed
now.
I really enjoyed judging a weapons contest for my first time at Neo. It's one of those things, like, if you have notoriety at Wasteland, it can definitely carry over. And so that's what happened to me for sure, you know?
Okay, so Sans goes, it's okay, you're late. You just pulled a Tooch. Apparently that's where we're going to have to say it now. Whenever we're late on our show, we pulled the Tooch.
Yep.
Yep.
Going to the bathroom is a garage, being late is a Tooch.
Alright, then for the final comment of the night that I'm going to say until we do our closing. Popper goes, I also brought a ticket in 2012. It was $50. Well, yeah, back when we had tiers.
Yeah, way back.
And I got a refund for volunteering.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah. So now, in closing, I am Commodore Pistolwhip.
I am Hatter of the Waste. Or Glitch.
We had Figment.
Yes.
Figment.
Hopefully next show will be the Cyber Talk. If not, we got another fucking Wasteland Talk for you, regardless. So
We got lots
please
to
tune
talk
in.
about.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch previous episodes and all the other fucking shenanigans this guy uploads, which is going to be the fucking interview of Birthday Boy.
Yes.
So y'all have a good night. Please cue the fucking closing credits.
Alright. Let's see here.
So fuck you. Also,
yeah, we didn't do a fuck
well,
you of the
I don't have a fuck you of the episode. This one, like,
The
Give-
people of Neo.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
you got one.
Since I went to Neo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually went. To
I will give the fuck you of the episode.
As he has it fucking backwards. He's like, yeah.
I will give the fuck you of the episode to the crew that built Neo for us.
That's you, Papa Bear.
So Papa Bear, you're included. Adam, anybody who was on the build crew, Bo from Goat Heads, all the Goat
People
Heads
that's
crew,
still out there.
everybody who was out there, Gilly who showed up early in build, everybody who built that event for us. My special fuck you of the episode goes out to all of you for bringing us this amazing event for the first time and for many more years to come.
All right.
All right.
So let's get ready to do this.
Let's get this going so
Yeah.
I can go feed the cat.
Tell me
Here's the
when.
ending.
Okay, so we're gonna go to here. Let's do that one.
Why do I have blue circle of death? There we go. Gilly posted the Etsy link. Go buy shit.
Did you kill the mic?
No.
side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong.